Hi everyone, this is Ms. Fernandez, and today we will be working on partitioning our shapes into equal parts. So, to partition or to separate, into equal parts is just to cut them into different pieces. Like, if you cut them into two equal parts, those are halves. So, if you have a pizza and I say cut it into halves, that means you cut it straight down the middle. If you cut a shape into three equal parts or thirds, you are cutting it either, you can cut it in different ways, but as long as the parts are all equal, then you are cutting it into thirds. Fourths is when you cut your shape into four equal parts, and each part is a fourth of the whole. So the whole is the entire shape. So if we have a circle, this would be the whole. And then if I tell you to cut it into thirds, then you make it into three equal parts. It's a little easier with a square because then you can just make three straight lines, but it's doable every way. So this is some more vocabulary that you're going to have to learn. Just try and remember halves, which is something you should already kind of know based on cutting things in halves with your sibling or your parents. Say that you have an ice cream and you want half. You try and make it two equal parts, right? Because you don't want to have the big half or the little half. You want it to be a perfect half. Thirds is 3 and fourths is 4. Now for your work, you will be describing these shapes. So we can see here that this shape is a square and it was cut into two pieces. We know that when something is cut into two pieces, it is cut in half. So I will look here and I will see how I spell half, and I will type it into here. This shape is cut into halves. Now I will look at these other ones and decide if they are described in halves, 3/3, or 4/4. When you get down here, it wants you to draw the lines. So remember, just like we did when we were learning about clocks, you go right up here to the top of your page where it says line. You click it, and so it says two equal parts. Two equal parts is another way of saying halves. I'm gonna try to get near the middle of the rectangle and bring a line straight down. And now I have partitioned this shape into halves, two equal parts. Now, if my line is a little crooked or a little bit more to one side, that is okay. I just know that if I put one line and there's two pieces, I know that what you mean. You tried to make a half. So no worries about getting it perfectly in the middle, but just try your best. Here you will be doing the exact same thing. You will be writing the word, either 2 halves, 3/3, or 4/4. And here you will be drawing lines onto the shape. Here they ask you to partition the shape in a different way, show the same number of equal parts. So here, well, let's use a different one. We'll use this one. Here, I can see that it is partitioned into two halves, the top and the bottom. So I'm going to do the same thing in a different way. So I'm going to get my little line tool from up here. And then, okay, they went across to make halves. So I'm going to go down to make my halves. And see, I partitioned the shape in a different way, but it's still the same number of equal parts. There are 2 equal parts over here. Now there are 2 equal parts over here. Okay. Last couple problems. So here it says Ava's mom bought a pizza. Ava ate 1 equal part and her friend ate 1 equal part. There was 1 equal part left for Ava's mom. How much of the pizza was left for Ava's mom? So here you can either use a piece of paper in order to write your notes, so here's my scratch paper. And so in the problem it says Ava had 1 equal part. Her friend, just gonna write friend, ate another equal part, and there was 1 left over for Ava's mom. So I'm gonna write mom. And here is my pizza. Oops, not a very round pizza, but that's okay. So now I know that I have 1, 2, 3 pieces. So I'm gonna draw it. And try my best to make equal parts, but they don't have to be perfect. Now, I know Ava ate 1, so that's gone. And I know Ava's friend ate the other one. And this is what is left for Ava's mom. So, when some shape is cut into 3 pieces, they are 3/3. So how much was left for Ava's mom? And then here I would write, oops, I deleted my box, so I can just go back to the back arrow, and it's back. We can write 1/3 of the pizza is left over. Let me make this a little smaller. One-third. Okay, and then you could also write a third. As long as you say the word third, I know that you knew there was 3 pieces. So that's how you do the word problems. And it should be around the same for number 18. Hopefully that made sense. All it really is new vocabulary. So just try and read this over and make sure you understand that halves means 2 pieces, thirds means 3 pieces, and fourths means 4 pieces. And also remember that if something is cut, so for example, a pizza is cut into 4 pieces, and I only give you 1 piece, you did not get 4/4. You only got 1 of the fourths. So you would get 1/4. Okay, you didn't get all the fourths. You just got 1 of the fourths. Okay. Hopefully that makes sense, and we'll be going over this tomorrow again so that we can review.